May 14, 2018. Mr. Harbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Colella.
Here.
Consolmagno.
Here.
Dixon. Gibbons. Hannon.
Present.
Harrison. McLean.
Here.
Mowry.
Here.
O'Brien.
Present.
6 members present. This time, can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to turn to chair announcements. Executive session council was conducted tonight, May 14, 2014, before we came out this evening on personnel matters and legal issues. Okay, this time I'd like to turn to the reports of officials and the library director's report.
Good evening. My name is Christine. I'm the director of Your Public Library, where we provide opportunities to explore, learn, create, and connect. I wanted to give an update on some of our fundraising activities. First, thank you to all who supported the library's annual book sale, which was held in April. In the 4-day event, we raised almost $3,000 to support library classes and programs. And thank you to the more than 100 people who attended the Yinzers for BP Library event that we had a few weeks back. And special thanks to our corporate sponsors, Brentwood Bank, EV True Value Hardware, Country Hammer Moonshine, and Blue Sky Closing Services. That event was a lot of fun. If you weren't here, we'll do it again next year. And we raised just over $3,000 to support the library. This past Friday, May 11th, we hosted our annual Youth Art Gala. We had 75 young artists submit their works, and we had an evening of refreshments and fine music with over 100 people in attendance. And believe it or not, summer reading will be coming up in a few weeks. So for adults, the program begins June 4th and continues for 8 weeks. And for every book that you read or listen to, you get to submit an entry for a weekly raffle for a $25 gift card. And our grand prize this year is a Kindle Fire tablet with a case. All participants in the adult summer reading program are eligible for the grand prize. For youth this year, that would be birth through high school, this year's theme is Libraries Rock, and we have many music-themed classes that will be available throughout the summer, but the kickoff event will be Thursday, May 31st from 6 to 8 p.m., where you can register for summer reading, make a cool rock star button, and listen to local student bands from South Hills Music. We do ask that you register for the kickoff event so we have enough refreshments and craft supplies. And the library will be hosting a community forum on gerrymandering in Pennsylvania. This is sponsored by Fair Districts PA, a nonpartisan volunteer group seeking a solution to political gerrymandering. This forum will include a review of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruling in February on redistricting for U.S. congressional districts, and an explanation of legislation to create change for the state House and Senate districts, and discuss ways that citizens can take action. This forum will be hosted on Tuesday, June 12th at 7 p.m. at the library. And just a save the date announcement for the Bethel Park Fantastic Four Charities first annual golf event, which will be held on Monday, September 10th at Nemacolin Country Club in Bellsville, PA. Fantastic Four charities that are co-sponsoring this event are the Bethel Park Community Foundation, the Educational Foundation, the Historical Society, and the library. Some more information will be available in upcoming weeks as well. Will be registration forms. So that is what I have.
Any questions? Thank you very much. If we can turn to the police chief's report, and Chief O'Connor.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Hi, everybody. Chief here. Just a couple announcements. This is Police Memorial Week, and this is dedicated to the memory of our fallen brothers and sisters that were slain in the line of duty. So in conjunction with that, this coming Thursday, the 17th at 9 a.m., we will have a brief memorial service. We will place a wreath down at our memorial marker at the entrance to the police station in the lower parking lot. And also, this year is the 70th anniversary of the death of Officer Joseph Shimolinski, who was killed in 1948 while serving as the police officer with Bethel Park Police Department. So we're going to dedicate this wreath-laying ceremony to him. We're going to have a bagpiper, and it'll be short, but it'll be poignant. Okay. and you guys are invited also if you want to stop by.
Thank you.
On Monday, June the 4th, at 7 p.m., we're going to have our Crime Watch meeting. But this month, we're not going to be over at the community center. We're going to be down in the department, police department, and we'll have a short Crime Watch meeting, and then we're going to take a tour of the department facilities. We have a newly renovated firing range, and we have a firearms simulator that's used for training. We're going to try and demonstrate that. So we'll have light refreshments. Everybody's welcome. And also, if you want to...
Mr. O'Brien would like to go into the cell. Demonstration, is that okay?
No. It's probably going to be full that night, so we'll have to send him down the county.
One-way ride.
So please keep those 2 dates in mind and join us if you can. And if you can't, follow us on Facebook and social media. Questions?
Any questions? If none, thank you very much, Chief.
you.
We'll turn to the fire chief's report.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Bob Brown. I'm the Deputy Fire Chief. Here to give you the report for the month of April. And for April, we had 3 mulch fires, 1 cooking fire, 1 vehicle fire. We had 2 motor vehicle accidents with entrapment, 1 gas leak, 2 CO incidents, 4 electrical conditions, 2 smoke investigations, 2 calls that were good intent, 13 fire alarms, and 3 CO alarms. Gives us a total for the month of 34 calls. We actually slowed down a tiny bit in April. Just to let the public know that our fund drive has started. Our first mailing has been sent out. And also to mark your calendars, October 14th from 11 to 3 will be our open house. And that is my short report for tonight.
Thank you very much. Any questions? Thank you very much. We'll turn to the mayor's report, and Mayor Allen.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a few items tonight. One I wanted to mention about the spring cleanup day that we had on April 21st. We had over 100 volunteers. A lot of people, a lot of individual people, but I wanted to recognize the groups that participated. They were Cub Scout Pack number 600, Boy Scout Troop 215, Squirrel Patrol, Girl Scout Troop 16145, Girl Scout Troop 51385, Girl Scout Troop 60001, the USC BP Breakfast Rotary Club, Community of Christ Church, and the Bethel Park Y Princesses. Secondly, I wanted to mention on our trolley beautification, we actually have just 2 flower beds left. So they're all spoken for except 2. If anyone's interested or any group that's interested, please call Janet Davin here at the municipal building. We take care of the mulch and so on. You just have to fix the bed up and maintain it. Farmers Market, every Tuesday from 3 to 7 at South Park. Started 2 weeks ago, and it's continuing to grow. It's a terrific location compared to St. Thomas More and what we had at the community center. So that's every Tuesday from 3 to 7. We also have a recycling, and that's going to be on Saturday, June 16th at the high school, 9 to 1. There is a small fee for the electronic stuff that you drop off. Computer monitor is $20, television's $30, big screen TV's a little more than that. If I can now, I have a proclamation for Motorcycle Safety Month, and I know there's a lot of motorcycle riders here, and I don't see any Hells Angels, but I do see the American Legion riders. So Chuck, if you come up, if anybody else wants to come up from another group, that'd be terrific. There's a lot of you. Let them know that you're here.
You can all come up.
Yeah, come on. More the merrier.
Okay, Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month is May 2018. To designate the month of May 2018 as Motorcycle Awareness Month, whereas the safety of all motorists in an issue of the highest consequence, and all highway users should unite in the safety, sharing of roadways throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And whereas motorcycle riding is a popular form of recreation, of transportation for thousands of people across the Commonwealth's 845,997 licensed motorcyclists are required to keep their vehicles inspected and obey the current laws relative to operator safety equipment. Whereas in efforts to reduce the number of motorcycle crashes and fatalities, the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation encourages all motorcyclists to take advantage of free training courses throughout Pennsylvania motorcycle safety programs. And whereas it is especially important that the citizens of our municipality are aware of motorcycles on the street and highways and recognize the importance of the staying alert, practicing safe driving techniques, and promoting motorcycle safety. And whereas during the month of May, the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation and the Pennsylvania Motorcycle Dealers Association will continue their advocacy for motorcycle safety. And therefore, in recognition of the importance of motorcycle safety on our roads, I, Mayor Jack Allen, the Mayor of the Municipality of Bethel Park, do hereby declare and proclaim that May of 2018 is Motorcycle Safety Awareness Month. I encourage the community to observe this month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. So.
Appreciate this from the Bethel Park American Legion, Post 760. As far as safety is top #1 on all our minds. With all the rides that we do, safety is the first thing we got to deal with before we even leave.
Okay. Now you, I recognize. These gentlemen, you want to say a few words?
We'll just introduce ourselves. Sure. My name's Dave Lucchese. I'm the legislative coordinator of Mon Valley ABATE. ABATE is a bikers' rights organization. It stands for Alliance of Bikers Aimed Towards Education. Our thing is, instead of having mandatory laws regulating us, we promote safety and training to avoid the accident instead of dealing with what happens after the accident. We don't feel that the accident is inevitable. We feel it can and should be prevented. So I'm Dave. This is Chuck. He's our road captain. This is Jeff. He's our other road captain. Tracy, all longtime members of Mon Valley ABATE. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Have a safe summer. But in case you need it, EMS is next. So, thank you. What? This is a yearly event. Except this year it's a little bit different. This is the EMS 40th anniversary. So, yeah. So I'd like to do a proclamation for that. So whereas Tri-Community South opened its doors and started providing quality emergency to the residents of the municipality of Bethel Park, South Park Township, and the Township of Upper St. Clair on December 31st, 1977. And whereas Tri-Community South has been providing outstanding medical care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the past 40 years. And whereas Tri-Community South has thrived with exceptional leadership, dedicated employees and volunteers. Whereas Tri-Community South has received numerous awards, including the highest level of licensure for the EMS service. Whereas Tri-Community South offers training and preventative care to the public. And whereas Tri-Community South is a membership-driven organization necessitating no municipal tax support. Now therefore, I, Mayor Jack Allen, the mayor of the municipality of Bethel Park, do hereby proclaim the week of May 14th to the 20th, 2018, as Tri-Community South Week. With this theme, EMS Strong, Always in Service, I encourage the community to observe this week with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities.
Thank you.
And since it's the 40th anniversary, we have a nice little plaque for you. In recognition of the 40th anniversary of Tri-Community South EMS, we salute the exceptional leadership, dedicated employees, and volunteers who have provided outstanding emergency medical care for the past 40 years to the communities of Bethel Park, South Park, and Upper St. Clair, and it's from Bethel Park Municipal Council and myself.
Thank you so much.
I need 3 minutes.
That's Chuck.
That wasn't me.
And Chuck, Brian, has been here since day one. He ran the first EMS call ever in our history. So you say a few words. Do you remember what it was?
We were 2 ambulances in service on that very first midnight shift. Actually, it started at 11 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock. And we had a shooting down at the Brightwood Plaza that resulted from a New Year's celebration that got out of hand, and the gentleman shot himself trying to fire his gun into the air. Didn't make it.
And our first uniforms were gas stations.
Yeah, I'm the second oldest. I came in 1979, and we started in 78. And we've seen a lot of changes in the field of EMS throughout the years. But we want to thank the municipalities for their support and enabling us to provide the high-quality care that we do for the citizens that we serve.
Thank you very much. That's very nice you did that for us. It's our first award for 40 years.
We'll be easy on the flu shots this year. You have nothing else to say?
Well, yes, we're fortunate that we have municipal managers that own and operate the service. We run over 7,000 calls a year. Mayor Allen referred to the award we just were given, which is the highest level of licensure you can obtain as an EMS system in the United States, Canada, West Indies. There's currently only 140 EMS services that are able to obtain that, and we are one of 2 in Pennsylvania. So we're pretty proud of that, and we just got our new accreditation last week. So we're very happy. And we run the largest training center for the Heart Association as an EMS system in the United States. So thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Have a box if you want to put it back. Thank you. And that's my report.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor. We'll turn to the municipal manager's report. Mr. Arbaugh.
Good evening, everyone. Sean Arbaugh, Municipal Manager. Just want to put out a few quick items. First of all, I just want to let you know our road program has kicked off for 2018, so please be careful out there, and I apologize for any delays. They will be working through mid-July or so. You'll see some activity already, milling and paving. The most up-to-date schedule is on our website, though, so please feel free to check that out and look at that schedule. Secondly, unfortunately, we did have to close Village Green Park down during the construction process due to some issues with people in the fields during construction. We had to close it down to limit folks on the field. But we hope to have the project completed in late August, early September, and get the field back open, a brand new turf field, walking trail, and upgraded restroom facilities. So we're looking forward to that. Additionally, Simmons Park, we are getting ready to start work down there, so there'll be some rolling closures of some of the areas down at Simmons Park. Shouldn't affect the baseball so much, but some of the playground equipment will be taken out of service while we replace about $200,000 worth of playground equipment down there. Additionally, we'll be doing some restroom upgrades down there and some restroom additions, so we're really looking forward to that project, a much-needed project. And lastly, I'll just remind everyone of our June 30th is our fireworks event day. We're calling it the 4th of July Spectacular. We are going to be pre-sailing some parking passes up at the Millennium Park. There's about 110 passes that will be available. We'll start selling those on June 4th at 9 a.m. at the community center, and we'll put some information out about that. But from a traffic and safety standpoint, we thought it'd be best to pre-sale those passes up there. There'll also be free parking at the high school and some other locations throughout the municipality, so you can check our website out to get more information on that. Any questions?
Hearing none, thank you very much. If we could turn to the approval of the minutes, and Mr. Hannon.
Okay, the first is the regular council meeting of April 9th. I move that we approve the regular council meeting minutes of April 9th, 2018.
Second. There's a motion and a second. We approve the regular council meeting minutes of April 9th, 2018. Any discussion? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Colella.
Yes.
Consolmagno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Hannon.
The next is minutes of the public hearing. I move that we approve the public hearing minutes of April 23rd, 2018. Transfer of liquor license agreement, 5055 Library Road.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we approve the public hearing minutes of April 23rd, 2018. Transfer a liquor license agreement, 5055 Library Road. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Consolmagno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the approval of the bills and payrolls. And Mr.
I
Hannon.
move that we approve the bills and payrolls of the municipality per bill list number 051418 in the amount of $1,588,610.47.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. We approve the bills and payrolls for the municipality per bill list number 051418 in the amount of $1,588,610.47. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Consolmagno.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. At this time, I'd like to turn to the resident comments section for non-agenda items. William, did you want to speak at this time? Or yeah. If you want to come up at the microphone, state your name and address, and we have a 3-minute limit, and we'll signify after 2.
William Levis, 4719 Prescott Drive, Bethel Park. I just have a small, well, actually a large one. My wife wrote it up for me. I have noticed over the last few years an increase of small children in our neighborhood, as well as neighborhoods in the borough, which is very, very good. But it is disturbing in my neighborhood anyway that I find cars parked in the driveway or on the street, in their front yards, boats in the backyard, things like that, and kids wanting to play on the streets, you know, ride their bicycles and so forth. And let me see, other play and reasonable choice. And I worry about running into parked cars, being able to see other cars coming into the area, and to be assured that these driveways and park have to park in the driveways. No parking on the street signs would be placed in a couple of locations where the kids play, and other citations, the citations of that are already in place to be enforced. And that was it. Thank you.
Okay, are there no parking signs up there now in certain areas?
No, sir.
Okay. Normally, we can have our police look at it, but normally when we do neighborhood type things, If you wanted to maybe get a petition of some of the neighbors about putting up no parking signs, would certainly entertain that. Make sure the consensus of the community is the street.
Oh, good.
If you could do that and let us know. If you want to get to the chief, that would be fine.
Yeah, I'll talk to Don. He can get me a
Okay.
partition. He's my neighbor.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any other residents? Hearing none, can we turn to general policy and finance and Mr. McLean?
Thank you. Mr. President, we have one item under General Policy and Finance, Resolution Number 5-14-18A, Fee Schedule Resolution. I move that we adopt a resolution amending the fees associated with subdivisions, zoning, land development, building inspections, and engineering in accordance with the municipal manager's correspondence dated April 19, 2018.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt a resolution amending the fees associated with subdivision, zoning, and land development, building inspections, and engineering in accordance with the municipal manager's correspondence dated April 19, 2018. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. McLean.
There are no additional agenda items under General Policy and Finance.
Thank you, Mr. McLean. Any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to planning and zoning? And we have no residents signed up to speak. Mr. Hannon.
The first one is a resolution number 5-14-18B, application 2018-0223, transfer liquor license agreement, 5055 Library Road. I move that we adopt the resolution number 5-14-18B, approving the request of AMPD 102 LLC to transfer a liquor license from the Borough of West Mifflin into the municipality of Bethel Park at 5055 Library Road.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we adopt resolution number 5-14-18B, approving the request of AMPD 102 LLC to transfer liquor license from the Borough of West Mifflin into the municipality of Bethel Park at 5055 Library Road. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Hannon.
The next item is a appointment of 11 members to the Long Range Plan Update Steering Committee. I move that we appoint the following individuals to the Long Range Plan Update Steering Committee for a term to expire on December 31st, 2019. Sean Arbaugh, Municipal Manager; Ashley Moore, Municipal Planner; Lori Gibbons, Municipal Counsel; Peter Grandillo, Planning and Zoning Commission; Cynthia Rios Myers, Planning and Zoning Commission; Lindsay Smith, Planning and Zoning Commission; Mark Shine, the developer; Leonard Corazzi from the School District; Diane Greger, Amerisource; Shane Kunkel, Howard Hanna; TJ Willits from the Zoning Hearing Board.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we appoint the following individuals to the Long Range Plan Update Steering Committee for a term to expire December 31st, 2019. Sean Arbaugh, Municipal Manager; Ashley Moore, Municipal Planner; Lori Gibbons, Municipal Counsel; Peter Grandello, Planning and Zoning Commission; Cynthia Rios Myers, Planning and Zoning Commission; Lindsay Smith, Planning and Zoning Commission; Mark Shine, Developer; Leonard Corazzi, School District; Diane Greger, Amerisource; Shane Kunkel, Howard Hanna; and TJ Willits, the Zoning Hearing Board. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. We saved a whole page of motions there, just so you know. We're all about efficiency. Mr. Hannon.
There's no additional items under Planning and Zoning, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Hannon. Any additional items? Hearing none, can we turn to health, safety, and welfare? And Mr. O'Brien, and there's no residents signed up to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appointment position of a permanent police officer. I move that the permanent employment of Jeffrey Blasco be ratified as per recommendation of Chief Timothy O'Connor.
Second.
There's a motion and second that the permanent employment of Jeffrey Blasco be ratified as per recommendation of Chief Timothy O'Connor. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbo, would you please call the roll?
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. O'Brien,
Mr. Chairman, there are no other items under health, safety, and welfare.
are there any additional items?
I have a few.
Mr. O'Brien.
I'd just like to remind people that on Memorial Day, same as always, 7:55, program here at the Veterans Memorial, along with the parade, then a service at the cemetery. This year, our guest speaker is Sergeant Sean Arbaugh, and we're welcome to hear him, and it'll be a very nice day. I want everybody to come out. I'd also like to reach out to a resident of Upper St. Clair who watches our meetings religiously and questions me about everyone that comes to the mic. And it's just kind of nice that somebody else in a different community finds our meetings very interesting. I'd like to say hello to Ed Gossa Jr. I mean, senior, not junior. And also, something very serious is I have received multiple complaints about increasing incidents of road rage and aggressive driving, especially on Logan Road. It's gotten to the point where people have been touched from behind, passing, hanging out the windows. As you travel down Logan Road, you will see our newest and latest invention of controlling speed. They are battery-operated speed devices which go on to speed limit signs, any other signs now. This is very serious. These are neighborhoods. We ask people to go the speed limit and just obey the law and try and take a deep breath and avoid some of these situations. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan. Any additional items? Hearing none, we turn to Public Works and Maintenance and Mr. Consul Magno.
Mr. Meyer, we have 7 items on the agenda. Resolution number 5-14-18C, Source Reduction Study. I move that we adopt resolution number 5-14-18C to join with other municipality bodies within the Alcoasand service area to help create a unified approach to source reduction efforts.
Second.
There's a motion and second. We adopt resolution number 5-14-18C to join with other municipal bodies within Alcoasand service area to help create a unified approach to source reduction efforts. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Consul Magno.
2018 dye test contract. I move that we award the dye test contract for the base bid of $140,045 for phases 1, 2, and 5 to Inside Pipe Contracting.
Second.
There's a motion and second. We award the dye test contract for the base bid of $140,045 for phase 1, 2, and 5 to Insight Pipe Contracting. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Consul Magno.
2018 manhole rehabilitation contract. I move that we award the manhole rehabilitation contract to Insight Pipe Contracting for the low bid amount of $47,280 in accordance with the Director of Engineering's correspondence dated May 10th, 2018.
Second.
There's a motion second. We award the manhole rehabilitation contract to Insight Pipe Contracting for a low bid of $47,280 in accordance with the Director of Community Service correspondence dated May 10th, 2018. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Consul Magno.
Simmons Park Playground Site Preparation Contract. I move that we award the Simmons Park Playground Site Preparation Contract for the base bid to El Grande Industries for the low bid amount of $23,425.
Second.
There's a motion second that we award the Simmons Park Playground Site Preparation for the base bid to El Grande Industries for a low bid of $23,425. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbaugh, would you please call the roll?
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Council Magno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Consolmagno.
2018 crack ceiling project. I move that we award the 2018 crack ceiling project to Macon Diamond for the low bid amount of $64,575.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. We award the 2018 crack ceiling project to Macon Diamond for a low bid of $64,575 and no cents. Any discussion on this item? Mr. Arbuckle, please call the roll.
O'Brien. Yes. Colella.
Yes.
Consolmagno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes. Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Consolmagno.
Park Facility Improvements Project. I move that we award the base bid 2, alternate 1, 2, and 3 to TBI Contracting for the Park Facility Improvement Project for the low bid amount of $558,000.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. We award the base bid 2, alternate 1, 2, and 3 to TBI Contracting for the Park Facility Improvement Project for the low bid of $558,000. This will include replacement of the building that we lost due to fire at Simmons Park, some bathrooms restorations at Simmons and Village Green, and some additional bathroom placed at the new building we're going to build. So there'll be a lot of work going on in our parks. Any discussion on this item? Mr. Arbuckle, please call the roll.
Colella.
Yes.
Consolmagno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. And for those of you or in the audience tonight, we did add one item, appointment of the Parks, Recreation, Leisure Services Board, which will be next. Mr. Consolmagno.
The final item, the appointment of the Board of Park, Recreation, and Leisure Services. I move that we appoint Bob McCall to the Board of Parks, Recreation, and Leisure Services for a term to expire on December 31st, 2019.
Second.
There's a motion and a second that we appoint Bob McCall to the Board of Parks, Recreation, and Leisure Services for a term to expire on December 31st, 2019. Any discussion of this item? Mr. Arbuckle, would you please call the roll?
Consolmagno.
Yes.
Hannon.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Maury.
Yes.
O'Brien.
Yes.
Colella.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Mr. Consolmagno.
That's it.
Are
Thank you.
there any additional items? Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Good night, everyone.